back, welcome back. Listen, can you feed butter to a cat? Heck, I don't know, but that is the name of a new book by Campbell native Tony Vavlis. Tony is here with his dad, for whom the book is about. Good morning, gentlemen.
Morning. Good morning.
Tony, I gotta ask, I read the book, I got the book. Well, let me just back up. My friend Nadine, my friend and sister Nadine Dubas called me, sent me a message on Facebook and said that you wrote this book. And she said, you need to have him on your show. And I said, okay. And then about 4 days later, I got a copy of the book from your agent. And I, got it, and I started reading it. I read it in one day. And I laughed so hard, I swear, I almost went to the bathroom on myself. It was so funny. What made you write this book about your daddy?
All of the stories in the book started as Facebook posts.
Okay.
And they kind of grew and grew and grew, and some friends got together and kind of convinced me that I needed to put them together in a book. So that's what I did.
And that you did very well.
Thank you.
Because it is just hilarious. And each little story starts out with your dad calling you with the phone going, ring! and Mr. Vavlis, I just got to say this. I had a dad who was just magnificent. And just talking to you and your son before the show just made me realize that how much I miss my dad. But your son wrote this book about you. What do you think about this?
It's crazy.
It's crazy?
It's bad.
What do you mean it's bad?
Because I got people calling me and asking me about the book. I said, don't ask me, ask my son. He wrote it, and leave it at that.
Well, I'm going to tell you what. I think that by you both being here on Community Connection, this is going to go to Ellen. This is going to go big because it is funny as all get out.
Thank you.
Because, Tony, you took some of the simplest things in life, okay, and feeding butter to a cat. You cannot feed butter to a cat. But Dad says,
yes,
you can. Now,
every morning.
Mr. Vavlis, why in the heck would you feed butter to a cat?
Well, it started with my wife. She would make her toast bread in the morning with butter and jelly. And the cat would sit there, and she asked if Angel wanted toast bread, which was butter and jelly. She'd take it off the knife between her fingers and give it to the cat. So my wife's passed now, so I continue that. Keep doing it now. And she waits for it. She sits there and waits till I butter my toast.
The cat expects it.
Yeah, she waits for it every morning.
Oh my goodness, that's funny. Now, Tony, I want to know, you've got various antidotes in the book. I mean, and the book is, like I said, everybody, it is really funny. It is truly, truly a funny, funny book. Tony, what's your favorite antidote that's in there of your dad?
Probably feeding butter to a cat, and
Exactly.
that's how we came up with the title. The Cleveland sports ones, because we're both big Cleveland sports fans.
Yeah.
So I like those. Every day, I pick a new favorite story. So I like them all.
Well, your dad's from what I call the greatest generation, okay? And your dad has experienced his generation, your generation, and then the third generation, and now this new millennium generation. When we were talking before you came up, Mr. Vavlis, we were talking about you mentioning how was it your granddaughter or niece texting? And that's funny to me because the concept of texting means what to you?
Doesn't mean anything. She's not talking to me. She's sitting on the couch on my birthday. She came to visit me, and she's sitting there on the phone. I says, Holly, what are you doing? She says, I'm talking to my girlfriend. I said, you're not talking. Yeah, I'm texting her dad, her grandpa.
Oh, wow.
It's crazy.
Well, it's funny because now, Tony, you know it. Texting is now the mode of communication.
Right.
And that's how we talk to one another.
Right.
I wouldn't have found out about you if I wasn't on Facebook with my girl, Nay. Now, Tony, are we going to get more editions of this book?
We're going to see how this one goes. If we get a certain level, then I've got enough probably for another one already. But we'll see how this one goes.
Where can people purchase it?
It's available through the 1701 Press website, and that's at 1701press.com.
Okay,
that's our
people are seeing
publisher.
it on the screen now.
Also, if you go to Facebook and you go to our Facebook page, you can purchase it there.
Okay.
We're also going to have a book signing on
the 28th. Yes.
At the Campbell Community Center in Roosevelt Park.
Okay.
So people can stop out, have a cup of coffee and a piece of cake with us, and pick up a book.
Well, Tony, I want to just say that it is a pleasure to have you on Community Connection and to talk about this book. And I told Jerry Dubas, you know, he is my favorite Campbell guy. He is.
He said you would say that.
But it's true. He's my brother, and he is my favorite Campbell guy. But you guys are coming up pretty darn close. And now that your dad has invited me over for dinner for stuffed cabbage, he might end up being number one.
He's going to expect you to be there, too.
Listen, never offer a fat girl food. I'm just telling you. I'm just saying it now. Gentlemen, thank you for joining me today.
Thank
you very much.
It's
great being here.
And I encourage you, get the book and find out why you can't really feed butter to a cat. We're going to take a quick break and we're going to be back with the Oh Wow moment. Back in one moment.
Goldstein's